the world's first hydrogen-powered train, Alstom Coradia iLint, is on its distance record run with a single H2 tank filling. Alstom, mobility by nature. And here is your host, Alyssa Stein.
Throughout the day, we have learned that hydrogen is a new and inspiring new technology. You can store it, you can transport it, and in combination with oxygen, it produces electrical power and water. So that sounds perfect, and for mobility, a dream comes true. One must think. But is it really that easy, and is it really that perfect? That is what we want to discover. We want to also take a look on the challenges that come along with hydrogen in rail.
Being first also means doing everything for the very first time. This also applies to manuals, regulations, instructions, and of course, safety.
So obviously we use hydrogen because it's a good energy carrier. So it carries a lot of energy. But using hydrogen is extremely safe. We are working with hydrogen since more than 100 years. There are processes, there are standards, there are guidelines which need to be followed in order to make sure we are always double or triple safe. So there hasn't been any significant or any incidents. And I would with certainty say it's a safe way to operate, especially in the area of mobility, where we use it already since more than 30 years.
When Alstom reinvented the train, things were turned upside down, in the true sense of the word.
Für den Betreiber ist gerade die Wartung der neuen Züge tatsächlich anders, als wir das von unseren ja auch Alstom Linz mit dem Dieselantrieb gewöhnt sind. Beim Dieselzug haben Sie im Großen und Ganzen die ganzen wichtigen Antriebskomponenten unterhalb des Zuges. Das Getriebe, den Dieselmotor etc. Das heißt, Sie warten von unten her, Sie haben entsprechende Gruben oder aufgestellte Gleise und auch übrigens, was Gefahrenkonzepte angeht, im Prinzip müssen Sie sich damit beschäftigen, was passiert, wenn was nach unten tropft. Bei einem Wasserstoffzug ist es genau andersrum. Sie haben alle entscheidenden Antriebskomponenten, den Tank und natürlich vor allen Dingen auch die Brennstoffzelle auf dem Dach. Und Sie müssen sich damit beschäftigen, was passiert, wenn dort etwas austritt, dann geht es nämlich nach oben weg. Und insofern müssen die Wartungseinrichtungen darauf angepasst werden, umgestellt werden. Gegebenenfalls, je nachdem, welche Ausgangsvoraussetzungen man dort hat, muss man auch überlegen, ob man eine neue Halle dafür baut.
Compromises could not be made in terms of performance and, most importantly, in terms of safety.
So let's take the opportunity and dive a little bit deeper into the topic. And to do that, I would like to welcome my next interview guest. His name is Dr. Jürgen Heyn, and he is the head of Public Transport Innovations at TÜV SÜD Rail. And I'm really curious to learn more about the special safety issues to be considered when pioneering with such a technology. So, hello, first of all. Have you ever handled hydrogen in trains before this iLint?
No, there were no hydrogen trains before that in the world, other than a few test projects in Asia, but they were never brought to maturity. The iLint is the first train that has dealt with this hydrogen technology. Now there are several projects following that explore this new technology, and it will be interesting to see how the market will develop.
I can imagine. And how and when did you get first in contact with Alstom and to discuss also the new hydrogen technology?
In September 2014 at InnoTrans, we were approached by Alstom whether we would accompany the development of such a project. We have been going through the project together ever since it was really interesting activity. We have been going through that project together ever since it was a really interesting activity.
And were there any regulations that you could refer to, or was there anything did something exist, or do you have to work from scratch?
Also so richtig für die Schienenfahrzeuge gibt es bis heute keine richtigen.
There were and still are no railway-specific standards and regulations. The work on that is ongoing. However, we have based the project on comparable regulations from the automotive sector or from the area of stationary systems. All the results from the iLint are now contributing to the new sets of rules.
Die neuen Regelwerke werden damit überführt.
I'm also interested how it feels for you personally. So how does it feel for you to have followed this project from the beginning to that special day today?
Ja, also ein Assessor hat eigentlich kein Gefühl.
An assessor must not be guided by the feelings in his work. He must execute a proper safety assessment right from the start, and you cannot do that all by yourself. You need experts, which we have at TÜV SÜD. Of course, it is special to accompany a project from the beginning and to see how it evolves, up to the point that we get a safety case. Only then can the train be operated, which is the case here.
Was ja jetzt hier der Fall ist.
You were just talking about safety, so is hydrogen safe in rail mobility?
Yes, the train has an operating permit and is therefore certified as safe. The vehicle technology, not only the hydrogen technology, but also the battery technology, the fuel cell, the tank system, the traction battery received a safety certificate. The train can therefore be put in regular operation, as was the case with the pre-series and now with the serial trains as well.
That's great, and we also experienced through the whole day because we're traveling since several hours. So thank you very much for the interview. Yeah, what we have learned today is that this train really sets the standards, and the regulations of hydrogen were completely written from scratch, which is really impressive. The Coradia iLint is not only the first one in passenger service, but it's also a pacemaker, and this is going to continue because we are now riding further, and we're really happy that you spent the day with us. We will be back shortly.